Hi everyone, this is my 1992 Alfa Romeo 164, and the common problem with these cars are sometimes the window regulators and these door handles right here. These door handles are made out of metal, but the most integral part is actually made out of plastic. And over a long period of time, since this is an old car, 1992, they can get overused, especially on the driver's side. But on this video, I wanted to show you how to remove the inner door cards of the Alfa 164. So this part right here slides forward and you can remove the trim piece. There is one big bolt right there. And then there's 5 different bolts right here on the bottom. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Once this falls down, as you can see here, let me show you the door card on the bottom. So it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Make sure you remember it that there is a wire for the bottom there. Excuse me. You also have once the trim pieces come off and this part becomes loose, you do have another bolt right here you can remove. They are all positives. Now the next part is a hidden screw right here in the middle of the door card. And to remove the top part, you'll also need to unscrew these. There's a few plastic trim pieces that hold everything together here and the other side. And in order for you to remove that part, once you remove this and the air vent that goes from here to here, you could just use a plastic trim remover tool and pull it up so that this whole panel comes up over the locking mechanism, and you'll be able to remove it. You won't be able to remove this mushroom screw type unless you remove this backing, the top panel. So I would recommend to just pull it up. Like I said earlier, the reason why we're removing the door cards in the first place is because this is the original piece. Like I said, this is made out of metal except for the last part, which is the most important part, and it was made out of plastic. Now this is a replacement part I bought from somebody from the United States 164 group, and they did retrofit, or they remade this part with metal, so it should be a lot more durable than the original. I am having a hard time removing the post to get this door handle locked in place. They come with 2 screws. So after struggling for about 30 minutes or so, I finally got this thing out. I'll show you how. So earlier you saw that this was actually on the top, located right here. I used a flathead to pry the spring to get out of that placement right there. And as soon as that happened, I twisted, with a little bit of force, I twisted the door handle to forward, and it had enough leverage to get out of this divot and hole right there. All you would do is remove this thing right here, the bar, and once you remove the spring in the bar, you can pull this thing right out. So like that, and then finesse it just a little bit. So yeah, I just wanted to show you also the difference between the old original part that's been on the car for 30 years and the new one. The new one has a little bit of a scuff mark there, but it should prove to be much better than the old one. Putting this car back together, and I wanted to show you just what it looks like before I put everything back. The top one goes first. This is the top right here. It goes over the locking mechanism. And the reason why this one goes first is because this has a hole, and the part that we just fixed has a mushroom type of hinge, and it goes over like this, so it locks in place. After that, you also have this like lighting hole in which you're supposed to put this light, interior light panel. And there's also two. This one is for the mirror, I believe, and this one is for the bottom light on this part right here. Also a vent hole that goes here where the hidden screw was, and this is where the corner for the window trim piece screws on as well. Before I put things back together, I noticed that these also fell apart, and before I put them back together, I'm gonna piece the puzzle and glue them on so that nothing goes wrong. So the first thing we're gonna do is put this through this hole. Alright, it's in there. And should be able to